So when I'm securing something heavy in a van, I usually build the mount so that I'm pretty sure that it's going to be strong enough, and then I make it about twice as strong. And then give it a really shake and just try to break it, basically. And if you hear it crack or if there's any signs of weakness, then I start over because a van is a rolling earthquake, and if you don't build things robust, it will fall apart. Also, if you get in an accident, you don't want your stuff flying everywhere. I love repurposing stuff when I can. I don't feel like I get to do it as much as I want because it's so tight on space in this van that I really have to buy exactly what I want. Yes, that is so good. I love it. I love how this is coming together. I'm so excited. I think this is going to work great. Oh, man. It just makes so much sense. So this van has a bunch of holes in the body, and they're just covered by these little rubber caps, and I don't know why these holes are here, but they're really convenient. It's going to be kind of small for a vent hole, but it's all painted nice and everything, and I think I'm going to be able to adapt it for a vent for my toilet, so that's going to be really nice. The only problem is that hole is pretty hard to get to. It's way down there, but I think we'll be able to find a way. So I think I can run the hose sort of like this, and it should be pretty happy. So I am going to reinforce this latch up here, but this is more or less how it's going to work. You can't pull the drawer out, you can't use the toilet unless you have a key. So drawer slides or bearing slides are pretty cool. In this case, they're going to allow me to use space underneath my bed that would otherwise not be very useful. And especially because it's going to be space that's on top of my water storage, making this really long drawer is just going to basically buy me some free storage. But what I will say about bearing slides is that they are pretty expensive. They're also pretty heavy, and they're really difficult to install. So like this needs to be absolutely square, and then these slides need to be completely parallel, otherwise the slide is going to jam up and it's not going to move smoothly. So my kind of hack to get this in here is I'm leaving this pretty flexible, and then I'm going to mount the drawer to the slide the drawer all the way in, make sure that that action is smooth, and then I will put bracing across here to lock this piece of plywood in place. Also, a good way to check that the slides are parallel is that they are sitting even when they are fully extended. If they're not parallel, that difference will be exaggerated when they're fully extended, and I'm testing this before I have the backside clamped, so I could still move the back up and down and kind of try to true them up a little bit, but this is looking pretty good. So there is some play built into these slides, but this has roughly positioned this perfectly for me, and now I'm just going to have to put some of these braces in, and that will be very sturdy. Alrighty, well, that's the fridge more or less wired up, or at least the tough part. And then if I need to pull the toilet out, which I will need to do every time I empty it and clean it, boop, hose comes off and fridge stays running. Alright, I can't believe it, but I'm actually getting close to having everything wired up. This is the fridge power wire, and then the fan for my toilet. The ground wire I decided to run over here to this junction just because it's a little bit shorter of a run. So we've got a 10 gauge wire going from the chassis to this bus, and then I also have my laptop charger, the fan that I have up here, my MagSafe charger. What is this? This is my fridge, that's the toilet, and then this will go to my water pump. So all I have left to plug in are those two wires back there for the fridge and the toilet fan. Then this is hot and ground for my water pump. I have a USB cable that I'm going to plug into a hub. This is for my induction cooktop, and that's it. Everything else works. Like, this fan turns on, this charger is good to go, this power strip is working, and it's pretty cool. Like, this is a 300 watt outlet and this is a 3000 watt, 300-3000. So I modified this power strip to plug into both of my inverters, and yeah, that's all wired up. The wires go back here and up there. So all of the complicated cable routing is done. I just have to plug in a few things on this end and a few things on that end, and wow,